Hello there everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of Crusader Kings. Now, since the last time I recorded the second episode, and unfortunately it corrupted, so I've had to actually recreate the game, and I've got it into the same situation it was at the end of episode 1. Now, let's continue from there. Luckily we hadn't really done a lot, so we haven't missed out on anything. Now, our ruler was married, our son was married. We've got an ambition on our ruler to have a child, a daughter. Now let's look at the situation around our solo province. Now we're not a sea province, so we're not going to have any kind of navy. Now if we look, now I know this myself from previously playing, but we'll have a look anyway. If we look at Connacht to the left of us, we can see, if we look at Breffni, we click on our flag, the emblem for our shield, and click on that little button there, show de jure ties. So show landed titles have a de jure hierarchy that never changes, representing ancient and traditional geographical regions. So in the past, or traditionally, we were a part of the Duchy of Connacht, a part of the Kingdom of Ireland, and which then was a part of the Empire of Britannia. Now if we click on the Duchy of Connacht, so we've clicked the de jure button and then click on the Duchy of Connacht, we can see what that actually comprised itself of, and that was Connacht and Breffni. So there's a traditional tie between those two lands, so that's something we'll try and unite. And also that also is a title. The Duke of Connacht is represented by those two provinces there, so that's a title that could be created as well. Of course then you've got the whole of Ireland, and it goes on to Britannia, so it goes up the chain. Now if we also have a look at the state of the military around us, because ultimately we're going to be trying to expand, we do that by looking at we click on the province of the land we want to look at, click on the leader, go to realm tree, and hover over that, and we can see there total levy of top liege 325. Right, let's check a few of the others. 289, 687, that one, but that is made up of two provinces. You can see the borders there, there's no split, so the same guy, same ruler for both of those. Let's have a look at Dublin. 500. Oh, I don't think we've got 500. 382. Kildare. Now, how many have we got? 388. Okay. We equal his armed forces there. Who was the guy we saw with a smaller armed force? It was, I think it was, right, he's got slightly less troops than us there. Now if we go to our military screen, right, slightly different than the last one as we had to reload it. Now our bishop, the bishopric, loves us, absolutely loves us. If we go to the religion tab at the top, we can see the relative opinion of the Pope and us. Now he likes the Pope 55, he likes us 86. Now for the religious leaders, the benefit of that is that we'll get a portion of his troops. Now because he likes us with an 86 points in his opinion, we'll be able to raise 51% of the potential troops he could give us, minus the current law level. So that works out at 94 troops. Now that helps us a lot. Whether it will stay that way, we'll have to see, but the popes change. So at the moment though, we've got his support. Now before we start the timer, let's just look at our council in the top left. These are the 5 members of our council. Now they can each do a range of tasks. And these tasks have also changed in Charlemagne, which makes it a little bit more interesting. Now, let's get these guys working for us. We've got the Chancellor. He can improve diplomatic relations, fabricate claims, or sow dissent. Now, we could put him in a province. Someone who's been a bit unruly, or someone we want to keep on side, who could be a powerful vassal. And over time, you have a chance yearly. Actually, at the point now, it's 51% yearly with this character to improve their relation or their opinion between them and us. So that's quite useful. But at the moment, we've only got one vassal. He absolutely adores us. So we won't be doing that. We've got fabricate claim. That's quite useful, but it's a long-winded way of fabricating a claim on a land that you'd like to invade or a title you'd like to fight over. Now, you can't just send your troops across the border and invade Kherny if I wanted to. I have to have what's called a casus belli, a valid reason to do so. Now, there's a lot of ways of getting a casus belli. One of the ways is to fabricate a claim. Another way could be to marry my son to his daughter. My son then, in another generation's time, that son would have the their children would have the weak claim on Kherny, and they could actually have a casus belli, a reason to go to war and try to take that over. So that's like a longer term way of doing that. You could bring someone into your court who's got a current claim on the land, and then you could then make them your vassal, give them some land, and you'd have a valid reason to push for their claim on it. And it becomes a little bit tricky then, because if you push for someone's claim, well, this was, I don't know if it's still the case in Charlemagne, but we'll find out. If you push for someone's claim on a land who's a member of your dynasty, then if you win the war and you claim that land, then they'll revert to being one of your vassals. If you push the claim for someone who, for example, you've invited to the court but has no blood ties to you, and you push their claim, then you'd fight the war for them to take over the province, and they might like you for doing that, but it wouldn't be part of your domain. Now, in that same case, if you arrange for them to marry one of your children in what's called a matrilineal marriage, you could do the same thing, and they would take over the province as before, but their children, when they have them, because it's a matrilineal marriage, which means that all the rights are given to the wife, their children will be of your bloodline, so you'd have ties that way. It gets quite complicated, but we'll explore that when we get to it. Now, let's get these guys to work. Now, improve diplomatic relations, as I said, that's not too useful at the moment. Fabricate claims. Basically, they're going to, as you can see, send your chancellor to fabricate claims on landed titles held by local rulers. Highly skilled chancellors may even fabricate a claim on a duchy. So we're going to try and find a casus belli. Well, he'll try and fabricate a casus belli for us on wherever we send him, and we'll probably be doing that. Or we could sow dissent. Have your chancellor sow dissent between local nobles and their lieges. So that would cause trouble for someone, but I think we'll go with fabricate claim. We want to go somewhere where, if we do get a casus belli, we're going to have to attack them. So they're going to have a relative strength, ideally lower than ours. It won't be, of course, that double province. Dublin had quite a large amount. How many did Kildare have? 382. That's quite close. That. Oops. Realm tree. Right, there's a 6-man difference there, which I think, well, depending on the leaders of our military, or Kherny currently has a army of 325. Right, I think we'll send our Chancellor to fabricate a claim in Kherny. Let's have a look at his. We click on him and look at his vassals. We can see that he doesn't currently have the support of his bishop. That could be why his troops are lower. And he has not quite sure how we see the troops, that if we can see the troops that he has actually. Right, well we know he's going to have roughly... I don't think we're going to... Well, we know he's going to get some troops increased to that, so at the moment we outnumber him, but we don't know if that will stay the same. Who else have we got? The Marshal. Now, oh, that's interesting, that's new. We've got suppress revolts. Well, we don't have any revolts in this province at the moment, so that's not really of great use to us. Oh, and it also it will suppress any troublemakers in that area. Trained troops will increase our levy size and the levy reinforcement rate, which can be useful, but we don't need that. We're at full strength at the moment, so it's going to be organised raid really. Have your marshal gather men for a great raid for plunder and glory. 14% chance per year. Well, we'll do that. And the only applicable realm province we can do that in is our own. Now the steward. What are the options we have here? Settle tribe. Right, well that's you send members of your tribe to increase the chance that its culture will change to Irish. Okay. Well, we're in Ireland and everyone's Irish. I don't think that's very useful at the moment. Oversee construction when you're building structures in your lands. That I find that quite helpful. That will decrease the time because it can take a couple of years to build structures. That will reduce the time quite a lot. And there's small outcomes that can help or hinder what's happening at the bottom there. 4.5% chance meets a master builder, 6% chance of construction sabotage. Now lastly, build a legend. That's new in the Charlemagne. Have your steward build your legend among the people, increasing your prestige and possibly even raising some eager warriors. +1 prestige a month, which is quite a lot in our current situation, as we're getting 0.47, so I think our steward will be building our legend, and we have an 8% chance per year of raising warriors. We'll see how that plays out. Spy master, scheme, build spy network, or study technology. Now scheme. Discourage your vassals from associating with factions or to recruit new members for your own. They will also increase the likelihood of uncovering the plots of local nobles. 12% chance of discovering a plot. Well, we only have one vassal, and if anything happened, I think we know who we'd point the finger at. So we won't be doing that one at the moment. Build spy network. Have your spy master focus his attention on the local nobles in a county, increasing the likelihood of intrigue events against them. Now when we're carrying out a plot, that will basically, looks like it's across the board, will increase the chance of that plot happening by 6%. Now I think that's new with Charlemagne, I believe. Previously it was you could increase assassination attempts with your spy master, but it looks like you can just increase the overall plot power by 6% now. Well, we're not carrying out any plots at the moment, and the third choice is to study technology. Right, 16% chance per year. Let's just check our technology at the moment. Actually, if we click on the province screen, you can see there we have 066. That's military, economy, and culture. 066. So let's have a look there. Connor 066. Kildara 066. Dublin 066. Oops, sorry. Now it looks like they're all the same as us, so there's no advantage at the moment. Oh, well, we could do it anyway really, but we will spread vicious rumours and discover corruption in Connor. That's where we set our focus for the moment. And lastly, we've got the court chaplain. You can proselytise, improve religious relations, or build zeal. Now let's have a look. can basically convert a different culture to ours. We're not going to be doing that. Sorry, religion. We can improve religious relation with some of our religious vassals. We only have one, that's it, and that's the bishop. That's possible. We could use him to actually increase his own opinion of us. 21% increase per year. That could be useful because we want to keep him on side to keep his troops available to us. And also, the more he likes us, the more troops we have available. So that's a good contender there. Or build zeal. Have your court chaplain whip up religious zeal among the people, increasing your piety and possibly even attracting some holy warriors. Right, 14% chance per year. Do you know, I think it's quite important that we keep him on side, and the more he likes us the better. I think we'll go with that one. And we've also got our steward attempting to raise troops for us as well. I think it was to do a raid. Right, so let's start the timer. We've got all our court now at work for us, as you can see. 5 different heads of the court doing various activities. We're trying to corrupt the situation over there in Connor. Now let's start the timer. Alright, well that was quick. It is as if I see Anastasia for the first time. Her good-natured spirit, the interesting and funny quirks she has, and how lovely she really is. Could it be that I love my Anastasia? Right. Embrace the love I feel, gain 5 piety, and she falls in love with me. Well, I can't see a negative to that. Or deny the love, and she'll dislike me. Well, I think it's obvious there. We're going to embrace that. Gain some piety, which we need. Right, 25 piety. Right, we'll increase the speed. Early game is quite slow. While the timer's going, we'll have a little look at Connor. Now, what you can do is when you're looking to cause problems for a county in various different ways, you can look at the title for that province and look at the claimants. Now, all of these people here have a current claim to Connor, and it's auto-saving. Now, the little green thumbs up basically means that they would accept an invitation to the court. So any of these people would be eligible to come and join me in my land. Now their stats obviously play a part in that, but more importantly they have a valid claim. Now looking at this, these top two here, 25 and 37, he's looking to get, his ambition is to get married. He's a good contender there. Quite young, so is this guy here. Now, as I was explaining not particularly well earlier, we could invite these members to the court. We could push for their claim, but that wouldn't really serve our purposes. But if we married them into our dynasty, their children would be part of our dynasty. So that serves our goals. Events this. My Marshal Cricken has gathered up a great host of raiders, lusting for plunder and wanton destruction. I must use these men and not allow them to sit idle for too long. Right. Well, he's improved our opinion of him anyway. Great news indeed. Ah, now this is new. We'll come back to that. Well, we'll quickly look at this for a moment. Now, we'll invite this young man here, 25 years old. Greedy, zealous, temperate, charismatic negotiator. Okay, diplomacy skill of 13. He's looking to get married. We'll right click on him, go to diplomacy, invite to court, and he will accept that. Because while his opinion of us and his own lord is about equal, his own lord is unlikely to press the claims that he has. So we'll invite him. He's a useful member to have anyway. Now, some of these older guys. No, we won't bother with those for the moment. We'll be trying to invite claimants to our court. It just expands the possibilities of what we can do. But at the moment, we'll invite him over. We'll put a little marker on him because he'll have a claim on Connor, which could be useful. Now let's have a look what's going on here then. We've got a Bretonnian army. Now let's have a look at the looter option. If you click on the army, it brings up this screen here. You have three, you may as well say, parts to the army. You have a central and two flanking parts. Each part can have its own leader that you can assign, and of course their military stats will make a difference, so the higher the better. For example, if I clicked on appoint a leader there, we could assign ourselves to lead that army. Or we could put a courtier, one of our two courtiers that we've got available in there. It breaks down the types of units you've got in the army, and there's a few various actions you can do up there: loading, unloading onto ships, splitting the army, etc. Things like that. Now, right, we can set this unit to be a looter, which will allow it to loot the provinces and holdings of other religions. Right, this will cause a temporary state of hostility with them, however, allowing them to attack any of your troops. Right, okay. See, without a valid casus belli, there's not a great deal we can do at the moment. But, you know, we'll send them over into Connor. Highlight them like that. Ah, we can see there you've got three. Oh, right. There's three. Oh, is that my own troops? No, it's not. We haven't raised any troops, so you can see there 0, 294, 294. That's raised, unraised, and max total. So we've raised none. These are all local troops who've decided, part of the tribe. Let's can we join them? I don't think we can. Not sure why that is. But we have three armies. Let's send them over. Go and keep an eye on Connor for the moment. Let's start the timer again. Right. To the most excellent chief Cernac, may you live in harmony and contentment. I accept your gracious invitation and will join your court forthwith. Great. Now let's have a little look at him. We click on ourselves, go to court, and I think it was, what was his name? It was Fothad. There we go. Fothad. Now he's got a strong claim on the chieftain of Connacht. Right. He doesn't particularly like us. Ah. The raiding party my court chaplain gathered up to fight for me has grown tired of my effeminate pacifism and has gone home to their wives, but not before picking up everything they could find of value. Oh my goodness, lose 15 gold. Event spawn troops disband. Thieves. Oh well, that's great. Well, not a lot we can do about that. I probably shouldn't have been raising troops in a time of pacifism. Okay, now we don't have. I don't think. Have we got anyone we can marry him to? Not of our dynasty, anyway. The cook has prepared a fine meal, but the priest preached about temperance. I try to eat modestly, but the food is too good. A 45% chance of getting gluttonous, which other gluttonous people would enjoy but no one else would, or I satisfy my hunger with bread and water. There's a 45% chance of gaining temperate, which would improve all my stats, but gluttonous people wouldn't appreciate it. Well, we'll go with that. Ah, a group of robbers calling themselves the Band of Brothers have been brought before me. The long list of all their crimes does not put them in a good light. Why would I care about such petty thieves? Lose 5 prestige. They will pay amercement, and la 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 la. My marshal's opinion changes by... Right, my marshal likes me better for 2 years. Or, such crimes will not go unpunished. Chief Cernak gains the title Diligent. I'm dutiful and diligent, the 4th of the 7 virtues industria. And that increases, a lot of stats. There we go, we diligently punish them. Right, let's pause it there for a second and just check out our laws. Now we've got elective gavelkin, which I'm not particularly pleased about. From previous games I've played, gavelkin basically will split titles up between any of your heirs upon your death. Now I'd like to change that, but we don't have any other available options, so I think that isn't a possibility at the moment. Now I think it used to be you could change 1 crown law per ruler's reign. I'm not sure if that's still the case in Charlemagne. You can change some of these laws here every 5 years from what I saw. But let's change the tribal organisation from 0 minimum, which basically they quite enjoy, to low, which gives us limited power over our vassals, of which we only have 1 at the moment. Now that allows us to revoke titles and enables low centralisation laws for dukes and above. Alright. We have normal feudal levies we can raise. Now, we don't really want to take no tax from our feudal vassals, but as we don't have any at the moment, we'll go tribal organisation to low. The Lords of Breffni have approved the institution of the low tribal organisation law. Well, that was easy enough. No technological progress at the moment. Now someone in the comments mentioned that's at higher levels, so we'll see how that goes. My liege, I have good news from my mission to Breffni. During my visit to the court of Bishop Maelfabel of Kenlios, I have filled his ears with poisonous slander and evil rumours about his spiritual leader. Their relationship has been thoroughly sabotaged, and I foresee that it is going to be anything but good from now on. Excellent. Bishop Maelfabel's opinion of Pope Stephen III changes by -10 for 2 years. So basically, if we click on our religious leader, he's reducing his own opinion of the Pope by 10 for 2 years. So, excellent. He actually loves us. We're at 100 and the Pope's at 59 currently, but I think that's going to drop. Let's check the military. He'll actually provide us with 60% of his troops now. The only reduction to that is the laws, which, if you look on church levies, is the law is set at they have to provide us with a normal amount, which is 40% less of their total. So our army is increasing in size, but we still need a valid claim to attack somewhere. Excellent. Now we don't have any sons or daughters at the moment. We can marry into claims. There was no claims available that we ourselves could marry into, or our son. Ah, excellent. Just as we talk about it. A son was born to... Oh no, that's our son. Right, Drust. Good name. Right. My Marshal Cricken has gathered up a great... Oh, not again. A great host of raiders. Well, I'll tell you, it's useful in some ways, but unfortunately they're not going to be used for anything. Oh wow. Well, it's increasing our Marshal's opinion of us anyway. Let's pause that. We might have to change what he's up to there. Let's go to the council. Marshal. Right, I think... until we're... I think we'll stop raising at the moment. We'll train troops, which gives us greater levy size. Now, is that straight away apparent? 359, I think that's increased. Alright, let's let that build. We'll stop raising these guys because I think they're going to rob the place again. But before we get to that, my liege, my work in Connor seems to have come to fruition. Ah, interesting. Oh, which I just read that a second ago. By bribing, cajoling, extorting, threatening and forging documents, I've managed to fabricate a claim on the chieftain of Connor, presently held by Chief Flathry of Connachta. I will leave it up to you whether or not to use it. Well, we definitely want to use it. That'll cost us 7 gold and 50 prestige. We get a strong claim on the chieftain of Connor, which we definitely want. Now, his opinion of us changes by 30% for 10 years, like we care. Now, we now have a strong claim on the region of Connor. Now, we currently have 300 troops, as well as our own force of 359. And potentially 109 from our vassals. So we have, in the region of, well, at its current time, we have 421-ish. That's about 700 troops. Now, how many has he got? 350. We outnumber him 2 to 1. Now, I think we'll pause this video right there, and we'll take that up. The first thing we do in episode 3 will be expanding our realm into Connor. And that'll be a good early first step. So thanks for watching. I hope it's been enjoyable. If you like that, don't forget to like and subscribe the video. And I'll see you next time.